welcome to the Northern Counties East League podcast. I'm Richard Watts. I'm now joined by League General Manager Matt Jones.
Hello and welcome to the official podcast of the Macron Northern Counties East League. Today we're diving into a packed weekend of action from the FA Vars first round, as well as the Northern Counties East League Premier and Division 1. Buckle up, there were goals, shootouts and some serious statement wins. Let's kick off with Friday night's FA Vars tie, where Redcar Town and Tadcaster played out a tense 1-1 draw. Kyron Clark gave Redcar the lead early in the second half, but Ollie Norman hit back for Taddy. With the scores level after 90 minutes, it was Redcar who held their nerve in the shootout, winning 5-4 in front of 204 fans. The weekend overall brought a mixed bag of FA Vars results, slightly disappointing if we're being honest, with 4 of our teams progressing to round 2 and another 9 knocked out. A fantastic result for Barton Town, who knocked out Whitley Bay on penalties after a 0-0 draw up in the North East. Statistically, Whitley Bay are the FA Vars' most successful team, having won the competition 4 times previously, and the Northern League teams are always really strong opponents, but it was Barton who advanced 4-3 on penalties. Brigtown stunned Billingham Town 2-1 away from home. Dale Hudson and Adam Drury gave Brig a 2-goal cushion, and although Dale Hobson pulled one back in the 90th minute, it wasn't enough. Eccles Hill United couldn't overturn a first half deficit against Chadderton. Lewis Byrne bagged a brace for the visitors, and despite Cole Roberts scoring just before the break, Chadderton held firm. Horbury Town thought they'd done enough with Brad Swain's goal on the stroke of half-time, but Jordan Darr's last-gasp equaliser for Charnock Richards sent the tie to penalties, and Charnock edged it 4-3. Nelson were ruthless in their 3-0 win over Harrogate Railway Athletic, with all 3 goals coming in the first half. Newcastle Benfield led at the break thanks to Joseph Thompson, but Liversidge turned it around with goals from Finn Donovan and Lewis Barlow, the latter striking the winner in the 90th minute. Northwich Victoria left it late, equalising in the 87th minute against Campion before going through 4-2 on penalties. Penistone Church were undone by a late Droylsden comeback. Mackenzie Stocks had given the host the lead, but Van and Moran struck late to send Droylsden through in a game that saw Penistone goalkeeper Harry Ambler sent off. Prestwich Hayes were in a league of their own, demolishing Maltby Main 9-1, with Luke Byron netting a hat-trick and 6 other players getting on the score sheet. Curtis Morris and Grant Maltby's late consolation. Rossington Main saw off Kroll Colts 3-1 in an all-NCEL clash, with Ross Hanna scoring twice in 2 minutes and Jack Watson adding a third. And finally in the Vars, Winsford United edged Wombwell Town 1-0 thanks to Oliver McDonough's first half strike. In the Premier Division, Bottisford Town's Jack McMenemy was unstoppable, scoring 4 goals in a 5-1 win over Pickering Town, with Aris Cunha adding a 5th. Galkey United put 6 past Frickley Athletic in a dominant display. George Doyle helped himself to a hat-trick, with Zachary Rushworth, Rico Kilburn and an own goal completing the rout. Beverley Town picked up a solid 2-0 away win at Knaresborough, with goals from Nathan Afori and Adam Stockhill, and Sheffield edged Thackley 1-0 thanks to Corey Gregory's second half strike. In Division 1, Armthorpe Welfare got the job done with a 1-0 win over Louth Town, with Tom Joint converting from the spot. Athersley Recreation and South Leeds saved up a 5-goal thriller. James Woodhouse scored twice early on, with Kane Rees adding a third. Akram Lazareri's brace kept it close for the visitors. Clubthorne Colliery were denied late by Selby Town. Ethan Harrison's early goal for the hosts was cancelled out by Charlie Petch in the 84th minute. Goole AFC and Route 1 Rovers couldn't be separated, a goalless draw in front of 147 fans, with the league's leading marksman Zach Carr for once failing to hit the net. Durham District edged Ilkley Town 3-2, with Jamie Austin scoring twice and Justin Circuit adding a third. Doncaster City impressed with a 3-1 win at Nostell Miners Welfare. Goals from Ben Dyer, Jack Mackay and Harry McCudden sealed the points. Leeds UFCA came from behind to beat Wakefield 3-2. Ash Flynn and Tom Hinton had given Wakefield a 2-1 lead, but Omar Sanyang's brace and Jaden Sandhu's penalty turned the tide. And Winterton Rangers edged Glasshoughton Welfare 2-1 as the bottom 2 sides clashed, with Max Hudson and Ollie Baldwin scoring, Dan Hickey netting a penalty for the visitors. The final game, Wesbury Bridge, wrapped up the weekend with a 3-0 win over Appleby Frodingham. Keelan Grist, Owen Burks and Conor Glavin all on target. That's your weekend rounded up. Looking ahead to the coming weekend, we have 3 games scheduled for Friday evening as Galway United take on Liversidge, Durnan District face Club Thorn Colliery and Nostell welcome Athersley. On Saturday, we have 9 further games in each division in a weekend programme that sees all 42 teams in action over the 2 days.
Next up, NCEL Talk. I'll hand straight over to host Aaron Walton.
Hello, everybody, and it's our part of the podcast where we chew over all the goings on from last week, football-wise. I've got tonight with me, I've got Richard, Si, Bob, Adam, and me, Aaron. So, hello, everybody.
Good evening.
So, it's, as usual, kicks off on a Friday night with, it was the FA Vars, wasn't it, gentlemen?
It was.
Yeah. Tadcaster Albion away at Redcar Town. Tough one. We didn't really know much about Redcar Town. Richard knows a lot about Redcar Athletic, but not Redcar Town. Is that correct, Rich?
I've looked up Redcar Town. They're actually top of the first division of the Northern League.
So they're a good team. Well, it was 1-1 after 90 minutes, wasn't it? Ollie Norman equalising a Kieran Clark earlier goal for Redcar Town. And the dreaded penalties were on the cards, and Redcar Town won 5-4. So that was Taddy out of the competition. So on to Saturday's FA Vars games, and could our NCEL teams fare well? Well, first up were Brigtown, drawn away against Billingham Town, another team you know quite a bit about, Richard. And it was the Zebras reliving past FA Vars glory by beating Billingham 2-1. 2-0 up with Dale Hudson and Adam Drury getting the Zebras goals and Billingham putting one back late on. So Brigtown in the hat for round 2. I think they've done well there, don't you guys?
Yeah, very good.
That, yeah.
Really good. Eccleshill, they lost out to Chadderton 2-1. Again, only 70 hardy souls watching. I mean, what can Eccleshill do to get more fans down? I mean, we say this every week. Get yourself down and watch them. Do you think the move to Keighley's got something to do with it?
Right, it could be.
Yeah.
I mean, they didn't have big turnouts before, hence the move to Keighley.
Yeah.
But maybe it needs the rebranding and relaunch. You know, maybe it needs to for the people of Keighley to buy into it. Maybe it's going to need the rebranding and a push from there.
Well, we all say get yourselves down and watch Eccleshill because they play some good football. Anyway, Horbury were very, very unlucky, and we say this every week about Horbury, don't we? They're very unlucky to lose to Northwest County's Charnock Richard on penalties after a 1-1 draw, and Charnock Richard equalising very late on, 5-4 on penalties to Charnock Richard. Next one,
4-3. It was 4-3 actually.
4-3. Well, oh yeah, I've got it here, Bob. Yeah. No, I haven't really. I put 5-4 down. How long are we into it before I made a mistake? Dear me.
I just want to add a little rider on that. Did you see the side note about the Horbury? They made a thing on their X this week. Because they're in the Vars, they had to pay the opposing team travel expenses of £400 plus and officials of £150 plus. Share the gate. They would have made a loss. So the Horbury's players last week played for free.
Well, that's good. That really good.
I think that's just worth pointing out. I think that's really good on behalf of the players.
Definitely.
Just going back to Billingham, did you see the original announcement of the attendance?
12.
Oh yeah.
Revised up to 182 after complaints.
Yeah, I think the thing is with the cup, and I think Adam will back me up here. It's a loss, isn't it, for teams if they get drawn at home? It's a loss.
Yeah, and because the prize money at this stage is not that great compared to the FA Cup, is it really?
Yeah, it isn't. It's not right. But anyway,
it's a shame as well because, like you say, it's a great chance. Like you say, it's step 5 and 6 teams to
travel to teams that don't usually play, or even potentially like bring up before have a day out at Wembley. So it shouldn't be like that, especially if you're at home.
I think most of the money seems to filter off to the bigger clubs, doesn't it? And we don't seem to get a look in, really. But
credit to Harbury players to say that to the club. That's really good.
Absolutely, yeah, really good. That from Horbury. Well done. Pat on the back for Horbury. Nelson did a job on the Inform Harrogate Railway. I think it was 3-0. Bob, I can't read my own writing.
Yeah, it was. You're correct.
And a super win for league leaders, Liversedge, away at Newcastle Benfield, Walkergate, 2-1, with a late Lewis Barlow goal sealing it. So Sedge into the hat for the next round. I'll tell you what, I quite fancy Liversedge, to go all the way. I really do. So Northwich Victorian Campion also drew 1-1, and the Vicks went through on penalties. Penistone were yet another club to lose out to a late goal from Droylsden, 2-1. The Bloods win 2-1. 341 at the Memorial Ground, so they're still packing them in, aren't they? Even though they're having a bit of a sort of topsy-turvy season. We'll gloss over this one quickly for the boys from Muglet Lane. Prestwich Hayes were in overdrive against Maltby 9-1, so we'll gloss over that really quickly. Rossington. Adam, they overcame Kroll 3-1.
Yeah, good win that as well, because Kroll are doing quite well in division below as well. But yeah, got the two main men firing, Rosanna and then Jack Watson's back at Rosso, so on a dual signing with Stocksbridge, so yeah, that's really good. And then Fulham play Lewis Graham as well, getting on the score sheet for Crowes, so yeah, good win all in all. Into
very good win,
second round for, I think it's second time for history. Right, if not, one of the only times they've been that far, so yeah, really good.
Good for Rossington in the hat for the next round. And the performance of the day, I've got to say it, was Barton Town away at fancied Whitley Bay. Now, the Swans had 6 first-team players out through injury, illness and work commitments, so it was a much-depleted squad with only 3 subs as well, and one of them was the assistant manager, who I wouldn't really put on, only if we're desperate. Sorry, I don't mean that really. But, and to be fair, the Swans had the better of the first half with, now, Whitley Bay's keeper, I'll try and pronounce his name correctly, he's called Asiagoa, and he was really, really good. Barton put some good shots in against him, 3 fine saves. So second half, Barton were creating chances again, with Whitley's keeper again quelling the Swans. Unlucky to have Fraser Papple sent off. They said he was the last man. It was a lino over this near side that told the referee, but I think Fraser was fouled first and then he pulled the man back. So he gone. So from 78 minutes, we played with 10 men. And that's when the Bay had 2 or 3 chances. And when Whitley Bay's Kander headed over the bar from close range when it was easier to score, I think I tended to think, we might be in with a chance here. It might go to penalties and we might win. Well, it did go to penalties. Our first penalty up was as Richard always says, you'd bet your house on Danny Buttle scoring, and he missed. So, dear me. And then it went our way because 2 of the Whitley Bay players missed, and we went through 4-3 on penalties. 441 there. I thought there was a lot more there, and I had the pleasure of sitting with my cousin, who is from Whitley Bay, and we sat together supporting different teams. So there you go. So Barton Town in the hat for the next round, and we'll go through who all the teams are playing later on. Winsford United beat a spirited Wombwell over in Cheshire 1-0. So
just going back to the Whitley Bay, mate. Was there singing on the bus back home? Were they all singing? Was it a good bus ride home?
Right. Do you want me to tell you a little secret?
Go on, yeah.
I went with my mate in the car because we wanted to get back quick.
Oh.
So, I know. So I think it was a good bus journey home. Yeah,
fair enough.
Could have been, yeah.
Well, that's what non-league football is all about. You go on these away days and get a bus, and if you actually win, it's a great day out, isn't it? And Whitley Bay, I mean, when I was reading the non-league paper a few weeks ago, there's one of the favourites to win the Vase this year.
There'll be a few teams giving Barton pat on the back then for knocking the favourites out.
Yeah.
So anyway, let's go on to the Premiership now, the bread and butter. Premiership and Div 1. 4 games. I said Bottisford Town's gaffer Lee Herrick would expect a reaction from the midweek capitulation over at Frickley. And didn't he get it, guys? What a game. A tough ask against informed Pickering Town, but they absolutely smashed them 5-1, didn't they? That was a good result. So,
very good.
4 goals for Jack McMenemy.
Oh, Jack Mack's on fire, isn't he?
Yeah.
So, just really good performance from Bottisford. Golker, they beat Frickley 6-0, so Frickley probably left a bit too much on the pitch on last Wednesday night. No golden comeback this time for Athletic. George Doyle, I think he got a hat-trick, didn't he? And a great crowd there at Golker again, 334. Beverley Town came away from Knaresborough with a solid 2-0 victory. Nathan Afori and Adam Stockhill scoring the goals. So Barton play Beverley Town on Saturday, so that'll be a good game. Thackley unlucky again against one of the league favourites, Sheffield, 1-0 to Sheffield. So that was a little bit unlucky for Thackley. On to Division 1. So we've got a few teams in Division 1 who the guys follow. Armthorpe defeated the Wolves of Louth 1-0. So Armthorpe quite high up in the league, guys?
I think they're 6th at the minute.
6th?
So just outside the playoffs.
Yeah, so that's good, isn't it, Armthorpe? Because they've been sort of mid-table, haven't they, for the last few seasons? So Armthorpe are going well. Athersley Rec 3, South Leeds 2. All the goals in an entertaining first half. So second half, they couldn't have come out for it. Clubthorne Colliery 1, Selby 1, local derby. And what did I tell you, Bob? Golden One Rovers. What did I say it would be?
Yes, and you was right. I was thinking about this on Saturday after the game.
Yeah.
I remember Aaron saying that on the podcast last week.
0-0.
And it's funny, jokingly, we was talking to the vice chairman at Root before the match.
Yeah.
And he says, Bob, can you stop talking about Zach Khan on that podcast? Because we've got all these scouts queuing up for him.
Oh, dear. Right, Zach, we won't mention you again. It's nothing personal.
Well, the thing is, after the match, we didn't have to mention him because he didn't score, because it was 0-0. But before the match, in our last 3 games, we had conceded 13 goals, and Root won in the last 3 matches. They scored 18 goals. So I was a bit trepidation before the kickoff, but we played well, and both defences played well. We hit the bar in the second half, Jack Durkin header, but 2 tight defences, which was amazing, really, compared to our last 3 games. And we thought we deserved the point, and we could have snatched it towards the end when Nathan Perks had a chance, but it just went side netting. But a good result after 3 defeats and conceding, as I say, 13 goals. Yeah, it's a good fight back, that really. Good result.
Very good. So that was goal. Ilkley were unlucky against the informed Dernan District, going down 3-2. I think that's 6 unbeaten for Dernan District, cementing top position. Nostell lost 3-1 to Doncaster City. And now, Si, you've been very silent. We're on to you. Wakefield, how did they get on?
Well, we didn't do well.
Oh, no.
Next. No, go on. Sorry. Wakefield 2, Leeds Uni 3. We were 2-1 up at half time. After a fairly even first half, I'd say. And second half was probably as a drop in performance and a pretty poor 45 from us. Fair play. Leeds Uni play some good football, though. I'll give them some credit on that one. They really work well together as a unit. 2 quick 5 goals within 3 minutes early in the second half. And, of course, our former player, Jaden Sandu, had to be the one that stepped up to put the penalty away that gave them the 3-2 win. But I can see why they're up into the playoffs, where they are at the moment. They're in 5th at Leeds Uni. Play some good slick football.
Is it?
They came to Gould 2 or 3 weeks ago and won by the same score, 3-2 as well.
So is it Leeds University Football Club Association or Leeds Ultimate Football Coaching Academy? Or is it both?
I think it's the Coaching Academy.
Is it the Academy?
I think so.
Yeah, because it's down.
It's university, though, isn't it?
Yeah. I think so. It's a bit. I think one of the sites.
I think they've all come through the academy, haven't they? They must have some association with Leeds University, but haven't they all come through the academy at some stage?
It's the University Football Club Association.
Oh, right. Yeah. So, well, there you go. I just wanted to try and bring that up. Anyway, let's get on with it. So, Wakefield sorted, and Winton Rangers got the points in a 2-1 home win over fellow strugglers Glasshoughton Welfare. So, Winton Rangers get the 3 points.
A real 6 pointer, that, wasn't it?
It was a real 6 pointer.
Even at this stage of the season.
Well, I went to see Winton midweek, and I'll talk about that a bit later on. Westborough Bridge beat Upper Frodingham 3-0 to climb up to second place. So Westborough are having a really good season, aren't they? So let's go on to midweek. Again, a variety of competitions. County Cups first. West Riding County Cup first round. Campion 1, Knaresborough 2. So Knaresborough back on the horse and into winning ways. Selby versus Glasshoughton. Well, Selby thumped the Welfare 5-0. Sheffield and Hallamshire Senior Cup second round. South Emsall United Services versus Sheffield FC. Hosted at Frickley, because we all know Frickley play in South Emsall. Sheffield came out winning that 5-0. Northern Counties East League Premiership game. Golka 3, Wombwell 1. 200, I think, was it 287 or 237? I can't remember.
287.
Yeah, 287. To get that midweek, I think most chairmen would snap your hand off.
And it was 2 late goals, wasn't it? 82nd, George Doyle.
Yeah.
With 2 penalties as well. That's unusual, isn't it?
It is unusual. Petchy was on the score sheet as well. So that's good. Horbury and Bottisford. Well, Horbury lost out, didn't they? 3-2 to Bottisford. Horbury seemed to be really unlucky at the moment, just losing by the odd goal every time. But Bottisford, wow, what a turn in fortunes there. 2 wins. So that's good for Bottisford Town. Rossington 3, Liversidge 4. Did you go to that one, Adam, or was you watching the beloved Doncaster Rovers?
No, I was elsewhere. I was Retford United this night, unfortunately. I say unfortunately, that was a good game as well. But checked the Rosso score and I thought, wow, I missed. It looks like I missed a good game here. But it's. I mean, Liversidge, we've had a good defence this season, and Rosso, scoring 3 against a team as good as Liversidge, it's got to take positives from that. But they're a good side, Liversidge, and I picked him to win it at start of the season. I'm going to stick with that, to be fair. But
yeah,
a good side.
They are a good team, and I think we've said before, haven't we, on the podcast? I think Liversidge and Sheffield are favourites to go back up, aren't they? To be fair, but anything can happen. Anyway, more importantly, though, Adam, I want to have a word with Bob. Goal played Wasborough. Bob, what happened?
Well, we started off well, first half.
How many times have we heard that?
Bob's usual tale of it was all going well until it wasn't.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, go on then, Bob.
I'm sounding like a broken record. But actually, we went 2-0 up front, because Wales was was it second, third in the league? We went 2-0 up in front. Then just before half-time, Wasborough got a penalty, made it 2-1. Then in the second half, they got the equaliser, made it 2-2 through Keelan Grist. And they got another penalty. If the 66th minute, Conor Glavin made it 3-2 to them. And then they scored in the last minute when I think we were pushing up and made it 4-2. So a good win for them, especially when there was 2-0 down. So they're a good team. You can tell that. Good passing, passed the ball well. And our home form still continues to be poor. I think that's 7 games now. We've won 1 and lost 6.
Yeah.
And away, we've won 5 out of 9. So that's not great.
Yeah, man. And I think the Wasborough bench and players upset some of the goal fans with their celebrations at the end.
Well, I wouldn't say they upset them. I know what you're referring to. One of our supporters put a comment on, but it's at the end. Every team that beats us, they're going to the away dressing room, they're singing, which they're very entitled to do. I don't blame them, but for a goal supporter, it's we need to be better at home to stop that. Really,
if it's any consolation, Bob, they always do the same against us as well. So
yeah.
And they do the same to us.
Yeah, I want to hear our team singing instead of the away team. That's all I will say on that.
Yeah.
But the supporter who made that comment, he comes to every home match and every away match, so he's quite entitled to.
Absolutely.
Because if when people make comments when they don't actually happen at the match, at least this gentleman comes to every game, you know.
Yeah, and I think everybody's allowed their opinions.
Yeah, football is about opinions, isn't it?
It is, isn't it? Yeah, and I think in this sort of day and age now, if you don't agree with somebody's opinion, you're wrong, or you've upset somebody, or somebody's offended, and you think, well, it's just an opinion.
But at the end of the day,
yeah.
But at the end of the day, he did say, he said, at least I've created some interest in my comment.
Absolutely, we're talking about it now. So well done, that man.
Yeah.
So anyway, on to Nostell. They played Harrogate Rail, and it's Harrogate keeping the pressure on both Dern and Wasborough by winning 2-1. So that's Harrogate Rail putting in a really good bit for the season. Wednesday, 3 competitions yet again. Sheffield and Hallamshire second round County Cup, a local derby with Silkstone United playing Penistone Church. Now, you geographical people, it's a long way to walk up that hill up from Penistone to Silkstone. But luckily enough, it was actually played at Penistone, so they didn't have to walk backwards and up and down that hill. Penistone winning 4-1, with all the goals coming after 68 minutes. So that was a good win for Penistone. West Riding first round County Cup. Wakefield pitted their wits against Eccleshill, so it was the battle of the bods, as we say in Barton. The Falcons versus the Eagles. I'm going to go over to Si.
Yeah, and good win that, considering we rested quite a few players for this one. All 3 of our main strikers were sort of looked after by not playing, ready for the weekend, as well as our captain and one of our midfielders. So it was a bit of a backup squad, I suppose, to a degree, that came out and put Eccleshill to the sword. It wasn't a great match probably from either team, but a good night of football. Enjoy it, especially a really good goal from Ollie Robinson, in particular. 122, not too bad really for a turnout for a cold October evening in the cup.
And it's a county cup, so nobody ever comes to county cups, do they? That's the thing. So, Northern Counties East League Division 1, Maltby Main 2, Crowell Colts 1. So Maltby Main coming back from 1-0 down. They've put in behind them Saturday's shellacking in the FA Vars, and they're back to business. Well done, Maltby. Now, the game I went to see, I went to watch Winterton Rangers play Ilkley at MKM Stadium, West Street. Now, not much football played in the first half, I thought, first 45 minutes, but a well-crafted goal from Kevin Gonzalez for Ilkley. And then whatever Robbie Stark, the manager of Winterton, said at half-time to the young Rangers lads worked, because it was pressure, and more pressure from Winterton. They finally got a penalty. It was a penalty. It was happened right in front of me. And young lad, I can't remember who it was. It was Tom Pinder on 68 minutes. Put it away, and a well-deserved draw for Winterton. And I think they could, if they could get the ball away instead of passing it, have a shot or two, I think they could have won. So they got a tough game on Saturday against Harrogate Rail, but they didn't look too bad, Winterton. Look a lot better than they did earlier on in the season. So, shall we have a look at the tables, gentlemen, before we go on to next week? Yeah. Have you all got the tables for Division 1, Bob?
Division 1, yeah, I can tell you at the top of the table is Durning District played 18 and 43 points. Worsborough second after the win at Goole, 17 games, 40 points. Harrogate Railway third, 16 games, 39 points. So not a lot in them with the top 3. Then we've got Wakefield, Wakefield fourth, 18 games, 33 points. Leeds University, 30 points. Armthorpe, 6th place, as we said earlier, with 29 points. And then Club Thorn, 7th, with 28 points. And if we go to the bottom, we've got Glasshout and Welfare, 17, 8 points. Winterton, 17, 13 points. Appleby Frolingham 16, 13 points. Nostell 16, 14 points. Selby in 18th position, 15 points. Athley 17 and 17 points. Oh, and then South Leeds at 17 and 17 points. So not Glasgow got 4 points adrift, 5 points adrift, but after that, there's not a lot in it really between the teams at the bottom as well.
Yeah.
Mentioning South Leeds there, did you see their statement from midweek?
Yeah, no, I was going to say that. Yeah, go on, Si. Have you seen it? So
yeah, just they've put out a statement, and obviously were saying that the season wasn't going as well as expected, below the standards that they wanted to be at this point. So they were releasing a number of first team players, which I thought was surprising. It's usually you'd think they would be strengthening, not releasing. I thought it was a bit strange. Was that one?
Yeah,
if anyone sort of, saw it and also might know a bit more about what's going on.
Well, it said it's mutually agreed to part ways with a number of players. So, is it down to cost, finance? You just don't know, do you?
Or is the gaffer bringing
or the thought? Your gaffer. Yeah, that was my next one. All the results. It'd be one of the two, I would imagine. Because a new manager, Tom Clace, is coming. He's got his own ideas, isn't he?
Yeah,
and he wants to change things.
And I would say he knows plenty of players. So he might be some players in, and sometimes you've got to move players out to move players in, haven't you? So
absolutely, yeah.
That's possible.
I've never seen it done with a statement like that beforehand, though. Do you know what I mean?
It's strange goings on. It's not as slick as the Premiership, is it?
No. But when you see statements like that, there's always speculation what's gone on, isn't there?
Yeah, because we're not in the know, are we? So we don't.
No.
Well, that's for bringing that up. So if we go to the Prem, top of the table, then Bob.
Yeah, on Friday night, it's Golcar versus Lewis Edge, isn't it?
Yes.
So top of the table.
No, it's not the top of the table. You're right there, Si. But Lewis Edge are top, aren't they?
Yeah. 15 and 34. Tadcaster second, 14 games, 30. Then Beverley Town third, but they played quite a few more games. 17 games, 28 points. Sheffield FC, 15 games, 27 points. Then Barton Town, 15 games, 26 points. Pickering and Handsworth, 14 games apiece, 25 and 23 points respectively. Then down at the bottom, we've got Horbury. It looks like they're getting cut adrift a bit, aren't they? 15 games, 6 points. However, as we said before, they seem to be just losing by the odd goal. It's got to come. The look's got to change, I think, don't you?
They might get just one result, and it brings them a lot of confidence.
Yeah. And then we've got Rossington down there, which is surprising. That surprises me, Adam, doesn't it? You?
Yeah, because it's been one of them. I've watched them quite a few times this year, and they've not really played bad, if that makes. It's a bit like Aubrey, to be fair. When they've lost, it's only been by your goal. I mean, down in bottom two, they've got a positive goal difference, and they've got games now, but you'd rather have points than the games. But I think one of the biggest things is they've drawn a lot of games. Where, like I say, if you win, obviously that's an extra 2 points each time. There've been quite a few times where, like I said, Volon won 2, but we've lost quite a lot less than a lot of other teams around there, but we've drawn 6 games, which is no games. So we can turn a few of them into wins, where sometimes, like I said, I've done all right going forwards, but they've sometimes struggled to just create that final chance. So if we can start doing that and it clicks a bit more, I can see him climbing out of there, but like I said, I'd rather have points from the games in hand.
Yeah, definitely. Woolwell, they're a point above Rossington, but they played 2 more games. And Frickley, they're another point in front, 14 points. They've played 15 games. So it's still reasonably sort of tight round there. So I don't think there's anything to worry about yet. I think you need to be sort of looking at Christmas and seeing what it's like at Christmas, really, don't you? So,
just an interesting point that I did note looking at Frickley, because I've got a mate who supports them, so I was looking at their next fixtures. Their next 3 games are all 3 teams below them. It's not often that happens.
No,
so it's like they've got 3 6-pointers in a row now in the league. Woolwell, Rossington, and Horbury for the next 3 games.
Yeah, so it could have a a completely different outlook in a couple of weeks. So let's go on to, we'll quickly look at the draw for the second round of the FA Vars, which is November the 8th, I think. A Barton Town of Gay, dear me, away again, South Liverpool this time. So get that bus ready. They're the North West Counties Premier Division, South Liverpool. Brigtown at home to West Didsbury and Chorlton. That'll be a good game. Liversedge at home to Atherton Laburnum Rovers. That's another good game. I think that's winnable for Liversedge. Rossington, dear me, they're bad as Barton. They're away to Carlisle City. That's a journey and a half, isn't it?
South Liverpool's nothing.
Yeah, no, yeah. I'm grumbling about South Liverpool.
I forgot that draw. I forgot it were on Monday, and I saw the draw, and I thought, wow, that's a journey and a half. That is.
Isn't it just? It's unbelievable. I mean, I thought Whitley Bay was a journey, but
we went up to Carlisle City in FA Cup a couple of seasons ago. Yeah, it is a journey, but it never stopped raining. Once we got past so far up the M6, it never stopped raining all the time.
Yeah, a bit like me when I go on holiday. I'll be in sport. Well, I'll be in sport. We don't know really who they're playing either, because they had a bit of a should we say, a bit of a mess up with the rules, didn't they? I can't remember who Holker Old Boys were playing, but it went to penalties, didn't it? And I think the ref messed up a bit, didn't he?
Yeah. I don't know. One of them was down to 10 men, and the other one said, "Oh, the goalkeeper won't take the penalty. If he's not taking the penalty, he's not allowed to take part in the shootout at all." But of course, he went in goal.
So
that's what the problem has been.
So they've got to play it again.
Yeah.
Oh dear me. So they have to play that again. So that'll be soon. I can't remember who Holker Old Boys are playing. Can you, Rich?
I think it's Withenshaw, something like that.
Withenshaw Town or somebody like that. Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah, I know it was from Manchester region. So anyway, let's get on to preview Saturday's games in both division. Friday night kicks off with an absolute cracker at the Sky Direct Stadium, as Bob's already intimated. Golker take on league leaders Liversedge. Should be a bumper crowd there, guys, shouldn't there? So, Div 1, we'll start with Division 1. Sees leaders Durnan District play Clubthorne Colliery and Nostell play Athersley Rec. That's on Friday as well. On Saturday in the Prem, a big Humber derby between the North Bank and the South Bank of the River Humber. Beverley Town, the Beavers, take on the Swans of Barton Town down at the Norwood. Third playing fifth. Should be a good game, Richard.
It'll be a cracker, yeah.
Just, hopefully we're doing the commentary if your nose is better. So we'll be going early for that to get our parking spot, won't we? So should be a good game, that one.
Big crowd, I would think.
Yeah, I reckon 300-400. Do you reckon, Richard?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
So Campion play Penistone, Eccleshill play Knaresborough, Handsworth play Thackley, Parkgate play Albion, Pickering play Tadcaster. That looks a good game as well. Rossington play Horbury. That should be a good game. That's second from bottom playing bottom. So I wouldn't say that was a 6-pointer, but Sheffield play Bottisford Town and Wombwell Town play Frickley Athletic. In Division 1, Appleby Frodingham play Wakefield. Are you going to it, Si?
I think so, yeah. Should be. All being well, yes.
Yeah, it's not a bad pitch at there. Yeah, get yourself there. Good pitch at Brumby Wood there, Brumby Wood Lane. It's a nice pitch. You'll have been before, haven't you?
We only played them once, and it was last year. I didn't go. So that's why I'm hoping to go this one. It'll be first visit to this one for me.
It's a nice pitch. There's the little stand there as well. Yeah, it's not bad. Who else we got? Doncaster City play Leeds University. Glasshoughton play Gold. Bob, are you going?
Yes, I'll be there.
Yeah, Glasshoughton Welfare. Big 6-pointer that, Bob.
Well,
I'm only joking. It's not really.
No, that's all right. Well, just so we can see them win. See if Vikings win. Well, I go in hope. I always go in hope.
Yes, let's hope the win. Let's hope we're here on Thursday talking about a jubilant win for all our teams. Harrogate Rail play Winton Rangers. We've already talked about that one. Tough test for the young boys of Winton, but if they play like they did in the second 45 minutes on yesterday, they should be Okay. Ilkley Town play Selby Town. Good game, that one. Another Lincolnshire derby. Louth Town play Brigtown. Maltby Main play Wasborough Bridge. Route 1 Rovers play Crowell. That should be a good game. And South Leeds play Armthorpe Welfare. So that's really good. Now, hopefully we've got time for our teams of the week.
Yes,
So,
but I'll just do this quickly before we go.
Yeah.
And I'll make it quickly. On when we're playing Garforth in the West Riding Cup, but it should have been at Garforth, but we're playing at Goole, and it's going to be on a Wednesday instead of Tuesday.
Right.
So I just wanted to be supporters listening. It's Wednesday, not Tuesday, and it's at Goole. That's my public announcement.
Thank you. Well, everybody listening, get yourselves down to the Victoria Pleasure Grounds and
on Wednesday.
On Wednesday, not Tuesday, not Friday, correct. Wednesday. Yeah. So Bob will be there with his raffle tickets. Buy one. So Bob, seeing as you're talking, who's your team of the week?
Well, it's a tricky one this week because there's three teams I fancied: Barton, Liversedge, and Bottisford. But I'm going to plump. I'm sorry, guys, but I'm going to plump for Liversedge for the win in the FA Vars and at Rossington. Two good wins.
Yeah, definitely agree with that one. Adam?
I'm going to go for Botsford. Like I said, really good 5-1 win against Pickering, and then 3-2 win, in a bottom two clash with Horbury. It's pulled them out of danger quite a bit as well. So, yeah, Botsford, my team at week.
Yeah, that was going to be mine as well, but I'll change it. Si?
I had one and I had a backup, and they're both gone. So Bottisford and Liversedge are my joint ones.
Well,
I'm on the fence with that one.
You're on the fence. Richard?
Well, to be different, because I would have had them too as well. I'll go for Golka.
So my team of the week is Winton Rangers this week, simply because they've been struggling of late to get results, and they go and win one on Saturday, and then they get a draw on Wednesday night, so they've backed it up. So 4 points out of 2 games. That's really good going for Winton Rangers. So that's my team, Winton Rangers.
That's it for this edition. If you've got any news for the podcast or you'd like to appear on the podcast, please email ncelpodcast@gmail.com. Thanks for listening.